When I first started coming to Word of Life Church, I came because of Nathan Mercado, because he had a Spanish church. Even though I was saved in another church, my ambition was to become more Spanish. I wanted to do more Spanish. But when I came to Word of Life Church, I was really lost, but I came because I wanted to, like I said, to learn more Spanish, to try to get with. But when Nathan left, I stayed with Word of Life Church. That was about 19 years ago. And at that time, I was a divorcee. I had divorced my husband after 19 years of marriage. We had been separated. We had been divorced. I was living on my own. I was working 2 jobs. I drank a lot. I was like, you could say, well, maybe becoming an alcoholic. But after that, once I stayed in church, even though, because God sent me good people. God sent me I was introduced to Barbara Neff. And Barbara Neff, because of her love that she had toward me, she, even though sometimes I would not attend church, because I would call her on Sunday evening. I would say, Barbara, I didn't come to church because I was drunk last night and I couldn't go make it to church. But she would always say, I don't care if you come drunk or whatever, you come to church. You don't miss church. You continue to come to church. And after that, I continued to press in. I pressed in, even though I knew God, but I really didn't know him. I knew about him, but I didn't really know him. But as I continued to attend the Word of Life Church, my life started to change. I seeked him more. I wanted to know more. The pastor's teaching got to me at that time that, I specifically remembered one sermon that pastor was talking about fornication. I was living with my ex-husband and we weren't married. But at the same time, I was a missionary. I was going out of the country. I was I was trying to teach people to live right, but yet I wasn't living right. So at that time, I just decided, I said, you know what, I have to do the right thing. If I'm going to serve God the right way, I have to do it the right way. So then I did, my husband and I separated because he said, well, let's get married now. And I said, no, we're not going to get married now. I wanted to know if it's from God. So we decided to separate it for a year. He lived on his own, I lived on my own, but I still attended church. I went and I attended church, and until all of a sudden I said, it's got to be from the Lord. The Lord has got to give me a sign, and which he did. He gave me a sign, and we got married. We were married by church. And after that, I felt better about myself because yet I was doing what the Lord wanted me to do, the correct way, to do what he wanted, because we don't have to just be the hearer of the words, we have to be the doers of the word. And for me to be a missionary, to go out of the country, which I have been to 9 countries, and I've been the translator, and but we have saved a lot of people, then I had to be right with God. And this was what I wanted to do, be right with God. And all these years that I've been attending Word of Life, which has been 19 years, I have grown more in the Lord. I remember when I first started, I would barely tithe, barely. I would just give what I had, or what I wanted to give, not what I had to give, what I wanted to give. But as the Lord, moved in me, and I said, well, Lord, I want to do everything correct. I want to do everything right. I started tithing more. And, my tithes are there, and God has really blessed me. Well, I started my business about 8 years ago. I was working at this place that I wasn't happy, and I had asked the Lord that I wanted something that I could be able to work, have a business, or work, but serve him at the same time, that I could give time to my Lord, not just work, but have him time. So 8 years ago, I opened my own cleaning service. And as that time that I opened it, I have been to different countries serving the Lord. I give him a week out of my time, a week out of the year. I devote it to the Lord to do his ministry, just bring people to Christ. And my business has been successful in the last 8 years. I've been doing great. And I just want to, I thank God because, he was faithful to me for giving me the encouragement that I could do it. But at the same time, I'm doing his work. It's not only about my cleaning service. It's not only about me, but it's me giving my time to the Lord. And that's what he has blessed me with. And I'm grateful for that.